You guys know the schedule, right? Next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday.
Thanks.
Friday's the open, not scrimmage or game, but practice, whatever you want to call it.
Is DeAndre Miller a guy who's maybe in a position at this point to possibly have a breakout season or emerge as a leader on the defensive
I think
side of the
so.
ball?
You know, he's kind of a quiet guy, but he's played a lot of football for us, a lot of good football, and really good athlete. You know, you like to have a bunch of them, and works his tail off. So I do think he's poised for a big year. We're going to need one from him.
Did it seem as if the light came on a little bit for him late last season?
You know, maybe a little bit. You know, I think he's played a lot, and I think he's had, he's had some success. But and part of it, he hadn't been 100%. He wasn't 100% all last year, but he's a tough guy. He fights through injuries. But I think now it's his time, so to speak.
Okay.
So, yeah, we don't have a lot of seniors, and he's got to be one of the better ones.
Do you like him as a rusher?
You know, both. He's athletic enough to play in space, but he's probably one of our best pass rushers.
Middle linebacker Scooby's gone. Cody Ippolito's coming back from an injury. Jake Matthews is coming back from an injury. Who else is kind of in that mix?
I don't even know
right now.
Let's see, who do we have there? Carrington Vaughn, who's a really promising freshman walk-on. Will play inside and outside. You mentioned Cody. Jamardre Cobb's over there. I think Marquise Ware's over there. I don't know, John Kenny, Matt Stagg. There's a whole host of guys. I don't even know what a depth chart or position chart is right now. They just look like just a bunch of guys.
What are you looking for from Marquise Ware in the next step of his development?
Well, he got to get ready to play. You know, he's just been right now. He's just been taken from the program, and he hadn't been given, so to speak. And it's, you know, he's been on free lunch, and now he's got to pay for his meals, so to speak. So I see a couple things. He hadn't been healthy, but his last couple practices he's been healthy, and you know he's shown a little spark. So I'm encouraged by it.
Is Cobb solely working on defense?
All spring, yeah. He'll still play. He's a good enough fullback. In the 2 plays that he ran, you know, he hopefully won't forget those 2 plays. He can run those 2 in the fall. So he'll still do some fullback, but he'll be a linebacker all spring.
So yesterday, Samaji Grant was talking up Tony Ellison quite a bit. What have you seen out of
I think Tony's ready to take the next step too, as far as playing wise. He's a competitive guy. He's got great quickness, and you know he's one of those guys that loves football. So, and he'll play a lot for us this year, if not a starter. And I think he'll be in the starting rotation.
Does your schedule work out where you can get to the Pac-12 tournament like you usually do?
No, it doesn't. When is it anyway?
9th to 12th, I think. March 9th to 12th.
I don't know. I'm not scheduled to go. I enjoyed it. It's like 20 alumni events rolled into one day. You know, just walking through the lobby of the MGM. You know, so, but that's a good thing because I get to see a lot of folks. But I've scheduled all football stuff right now. So I may, if you know, when we play in the championship game, not putting any pressure on Sean and them, but when we get to the championship game, I'll may run out there.
Have you ever, football-wise, have you ever been caught up in a field storming situation on the sideline?
You know, it's funny you said that because I watched the end of the game that last night, and it was like, it looked a little scary because, you know, for both teams. I mean, you know, you don't know how, I don't know, do they tailgate before basketball games? But they looked like they did. And in Colorado, they have different laws and certain, you know, versus certain things. I don't know. But anyway, it seemed like they were over exuberant, whatever the case may be. And no, I'm trying to remember if there was ever, I think it might have been, on the field, and we lost and somebody stormed it. And I've always had, you know, like security kind of help, but it could what you worry about is for the players, especially in a environment like basketball. In football, at least you got pads, you put the helmet on. I had one that going back that back in West Virginia, and I think we beat, I don't remember, it was Virginia Tech or so much, highly ranked, and they stormed the field and they wouldn't leave. They just wanted to stay there all night and put a tent on, and they finally had to, I went on the PA system and told them to leave, and they still wouldn't leave, and they actually even got a photograph of a student, a young man, using the restroom on the 50-yard line, and nobody even noticed it. That's how crazy it was. So I haven't seen that since then. That was about 10 years ago.
What do you like or dislike about the corners right now, the depth of that position?
I think we're going to have more guys ready to play. Devontae, I think we lost confidence at some point and played like we didn't have a lot of confidence. And so far this spring, Coach Williams and Coach Yates and them have done a good job. They're playing with a little more confidence. I see they're getting their hands on the ball a little bit more, and I think we'll be able to find 3 or 4 guys can help us.
I saw Carter Hare walking out. They seem to be favoring his shoulder. Do you know what?
There he is, the injury question. You're consistent for whatever that's worth. I don't. Even if I knew what it was, which I don't know, I'm not going to say. But we'll give you a report on Thursday next week or game week.
Isn't today Thursday?
But it's not game week,
Oh.
so you may have to wait till September.
No. All right.
How much is the Pac-12 making you do for the live broadcast for that practice?
What are they making us do?
Or what do they?
Well,
ask
I think it's a 2-hour block, and you appreciate the TV time. It's just there's going to be a lot of filler in. I can BS for a while, and then you got your TV timeouts, and it's painfully slow because you don't want to scrimmage for 2 hours. I'll never do that even if we were healthy. But we'll try to do something entertaining, get the fans involved, and try to sell the program, so to speak. Okay. Thank you.